Motifs. After learning the names of the notes and seeing their places on the stave, we will look at the features of the duration of the notes. We'll teach these features with the help of note sets that we call motifs, and by giving them certain names. First, we'll start with single motifs, which we call hey. As you can see, single notes have durations varying from short to long periods. But how do we determine these? How long will it continue? The motion of my hand's duration will be a hey. This motion should always be done at the same duration. You should neither do it slower nor faster. Now we say
hey, hey, hey, hey, hey, hey, hey diyoruz.
Each with one motion. In the second hey, we say one hey in two motions. The third hey includes three motions because it has a dot. We say hey again, but in the duration, three motions have to be completed. The fourth hey is the hey with four motions, like the fifth note is longer. It is completed with six motions. The dots will lengthen the notes by the half length of these notes, like our last note is the longest note. We complete it in 8 motions, like here, the most important thing is to do each motion with the same period of time, neither longer nor shorter. Otherwise, the haze period will be irregular, and so it will not be useful. Now we'll have another motif. The hey that we'll use here will be the one with 2 motions. We take this hey in the parenthesis. We will not use it any longer. We'll vocalize this note that we call a quarter in 2 equal parts. Now we are faced with something like this. Mehmet. Why Mehmet? Because both syllables have the same length of time. Now, if we are taking this hey here as our base unit, then Mehmet is going to be said in 2 motions. We have to be very careful about its stress. We shouldn't make this mistake. When saying Mehmet, we shouldn't say Mehmet or Mehmet. We should keep the same time and spend the same length of time for both syllables. When we say Mehmet, Mehmet, and give the same stress to it and repeat it with the notes, that means we are starting to decipher the notes. When playing, we've said one Mehmet. Let's write one hey beside it. And let's write one more Mehmet. How shall we read it? it is read
Mehmet, hey, Mehmet, hey.
We've seen two motives up to now. One was hey, the other Mehmet. But they were the same sound, the same one note. Now we'll see how with different sounds, with notes located in different places on the stave, these motifs will create a melody. On the board, with different notes on different places of the stave, we'll try to play a tune. First of all, we should read the name of the motif correctly. Now we'll do that.
Hey, Mehmet, hey. Hey, Mehmet, hey. Hey, hey, hey, hey, hey, Mehmet, hey. Mi, mi, re. Mi, mi, re. Do, re, do, re. Mi, re. In the duration of this hey, we had one Mehmet. This motif is different than Mehmet. Beside the first note there is a dot. Near the second note, there is a line. We call it Sami. If it should match the duration of our quarter note and the duration of Mehmet, it should finish in two motions. Sami, Sami, Sami, Sami. Burada yapmamız gereken ne?
Now, here we shouldn't say Sami, saying it with short syllables. We should stress it correctly. This is the important thing. And we shouldn't say Sami. How should we say it? If you've noticed, Sa is completed towards the end of the second motion. When it is on the top, we say Mi of Sami. If we repeat it with the notes, it would be like Sol, Sol, Sol, Sol, Sol, Sol, Sol, Sol diyeceğiz. Evet. Şimdi now let's read the Mehmet above, then the Sami, which is below.
Aşağıdaki Sami'yi yine ayrıca okuyalım. Mehmet hey, Mehmet hey, Sami hey, Sami hey, Mehmet hey, Mehmet hey, Sami hey, Sami hey. İkili motiflerimizden bir başka motifimiz.
Another example of the double motifs is called Sema. It is the opposite of Sami, both in reflection and form. In Sami, there is a dot next to the first note, or one more line in the other note's tail. In this one, there will be a line on the first note's tail and a dot near the second note. The meaning of this is that the first note has a shorter duration than the second one, just as it is in the stress of Sema. We should always be careful about these stresses. We shouldn't pronounce them incorrectly. We shouldn't say Sima, we should say Sema. If we read the composition done with Sema and Hey, it would be like Sema, hey, Sema, hey. Our next motif is called Mustafa. As can be understood from its pronunciation, its first syllable, mus, is pronounced in a long time, but tafa is said more quickly. We shouldn't say Mustafa or Mustafa. With the motions of the hand, it goes Like the motions of the keeping of the time, the motions of the plectrum will be the same. Let's read the same composition that we've made with hey again.
Mustafa hey, Mustafa hey.
We made another composition with Mustafa, mixing it with other motifs. After vocalizing it, it could be easily understood.
Mustafa Mehmet Sami Mehmet.
Now we have an example in which we can test the things that we've learnt so far. We'll see if we were able to memorize the places of the notes on the stave. Were we able to find the real stress of the motifs? We'll test it. But this example is different. In this case, there are two more different signs. They are written before the numbers. These signs are called sharps and flat. These signs show minor differences in the sound. I'm using them because we are going to play a known tune. Because of these signs, there is a little change in the sound system that we've shown. That is, the sound starting from so to so. The difference is we change the place that we press on the A, La string with our third finger and use our second finger. Only for B, C string, it's the same. The motif are all the familiar motifs.
Mustafa, Mehmet, Sami, Mehmet, Mehmet, hey.
Another difference is that the notes are all different. The tune consists of different notes. Therefore, you have to memorize the first line. Now, let's continue.
Mustafa, Mehmet, Sami, Mehmet.
I have forgotten a sign here. Now you see another sign, a colon. It means you'll return to the place where you've seen the colon before and play one more time. Repeat it one more time. Repeat that port. There is one more here. The same colon. When you reach here, you play the same thing, exactly the same. While saying Mustafa, Mehmet, Sami, Mehmet, we'll do it with a rhythm as we've done before.
Mustafa, Mehmet, Sami, Mehmet, Mehmet, hey. Mustafa, Mehmet, Sami, Mehmet, Mehmet, hey.
Now, let's repeat it according to the notes with the rhythm.
Sol, si, do, re, re, re, do, re, mi, re, do, si. Sol, si, do, re, re, re, do, re, mi, re, do, si. Sol, si, do, re, re, re, do, re, mi, re, do, si. Sol, si, do, re, re, re, do, re, mi, re, do, si. Do, do, si, la, sol, la, do, si, la, sol. Do, do, si, la, sol, la, do, si, la, sol.
Another of our motifs is called melahat. As you can guess from its structure, it is read just like the opposite of Mustafa. Like this.
Melahat hey, melahat hey.
I'll try to explain it with a composition consisting of previous motifs as well.
Hey, Mehmet, Mustafa, Melahat.
Our next motif is called Selami. As can be understood from its pronunciation, the first and last syllables, se and mi, are short. The middle syllable, la, is long. All these motifs that we've studied, the quarter note hey was taken as a base unit. They are all equal to the duration of hey. This is how it is vocalized. If we repeat it with the motion of the hand, it would be like
biçiminde okumuş olacağız. Selami, sami, sema, melahat biçiminde vurguluyoruz.
If we repeat it with the name of the notes, it would go like this.
Sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol.
The composition would be
sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol biçiminde vurgulanacak.
All right, up to now we had a duration, a motive that we took as a base unit. You have seen almost all the single motifs that had the same duration as that of hey. There are two more motifs that have the same duration as hey. All these motifs finish up at the same time as hey. The first of these two is karamela. As you can hear, all the syllables have the same length. None is longer or shorter than the others. We should pronounce it rather carefully. We shouldn't say karamela. That would be wrong. And karamela would be wrong as well. What shall we do? We'll say karamela. All the same stress. How shall we adopt the duration of hey to it? If we try to explain it with the help of the motion, it would be like this. When our hand goes down, it would be kara. When it goes up, it would be mela. When we read the karamela written on the blackboard with hey, it would be
karamela hey, karamela hey gibi bir vurgu ortaya çıkacak.
When we take hey, that is shown with two motions, as our base unit, one of our last motifs would be emine. Emine is a motif that is pronounced in three parts, in the duration of hey.
Hey, hey, emine, emine, emine, emine.
If we read the things written on the blackboard, it goes.
Emine, emine, hey, emine, hey.
If we repeat it with the notes, it would be.
La, la, la, la, la, la, la. La, la, la, la.
If we show it on the ud, it would be. Now we take another hey as our base unit. We'll take the hey with the dot as our base unit. It was completed in three motions, as we've seen before. Like it is completed with three motions. When we take it as our base unit, we'll have some motive sets. For the first motive set, we add kel to our motive Mehmet, that you had learned first. Now a new syllable, like it is completed in the 3 motion. As you can see, we have 3 notes here. They are equal. These notes reflect Kel Mehmet. When we read them, it goes
Kel Mehmet hey, Kel Mehmet hey.
If we repeat it with notes, it would be like this.
Sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol diyerek.
Now let's say it with the ud.
Şimdi udda görelim. Sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol. Diğer bir motifimiz.
The following motifs are called Selami and Lami. These are made by dividing our old motif, Selami. The difference results from its duration, which is equal to our quarter note with a dot. Now, what we'll do is 2 motion to La. 1 motion is Se. As for Lami, 2 motions to La. 1 motion to Mi.
Tek hareket veriyoruz. Sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol. Sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol. Bir başka motifimizde
This new motif consists of 3 notes. We divide the last syllable of Lami into 2 fragments. It would be Lamiye. The motion of this motif would be like in the last 2 motions, we say Miye. We give 2 motions to Miye, and we finish Miye with a single motion. Now I take another Hey as a base unit. Our new motifs will have a duration of that Hey. Our first motif is Selami. We've seen Selami with the duration of a quarter note before. But this Selami has twice the time as that of our old Selami. We used to say, but this time we say and complete it in 4 motions. The writing of Selami is like this. The first and the last notes are short. The middle one is long. It is completed in twice the time of that of the old Selami. The notes would be
sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol.
On the other hand, we divide the Mi syllable of Selami into 2 and call this new motif Selamiye. If we vocalize it with notes, it would be
sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol, sol. Şimdi efendim.
Now we have another Hey that has the duration of 2 quarter notes, Sami. We've seen Sami before, like Selami. But that Sami's timing was that of a quarter note. The duration of this Sami is twice as long. So this is a different motif. When we vocalize it with the motion of our hand, it would be like
Sa, mi, sa, mi. Bu Sami'nin bir başka
another combination of Sami is Samiye.
Sa, miye, sa, miye. Yani sondaki
In short, we divide the Mi syllable into 2 and vocalize it as miye. On the blackboard, we see a quarter with a dot, and again an octave. When we read it with the notes, it would be the other combination. If we read it with notes, now let's see how it is played on the oud. Now we've come to our last motif. Its name is kara hey kara. It will be completed in a time of a quarter note. That means in 4 motions. If we vocalize it with the motion of our hand, it would be like this. If we vocalize it with notes, now let's listen to it on the oud. Yes. Now, what we'll do is vocalize the motifs that we've learned twice quickly. The first would be sami, the second sema, and the third selami. At first, we finish the vocalization of the motif in 2 motions. Now we'll end the motif with only 1 motion, like this. If we use notes, it would be like we vocalize sema like this. We change the notes to have a little variation. As we see it on the blackboard, we vocalize it as but you should notice that we vocalize them only with 1 motion of our hand. Now let's see selami. If we vocalize it with notes, let's try it with emine. It would be stressed like this. On the blackboard, we have symbols of them, as you know. Now let's try it on the oud. Our last example would be karamela. We'll quicken it twice as well. It should be completed within the motion of the hand as well. Now on the oud. Up to now, we've seen all the motif that we could come across. But there might be some different forms. You have to be able to cope with them. You may wonder how. Let's look at the blackboard. You might say that you've not seen these before. Even if you are faced with such situations, you shouldn't worry. You can solve the problem by dividing them as sami and mehmet, 2 by 2, like the other motifs we've seen. Now we've come to motifs with rest. We'll use the Mustafa motif that we've seen before. We'll vocalize it as estafa, S representing the rest. When we write it, we use a rest symbol beside the note. If we had a note with the same value instead of the rest sign, we would have vocalized it as Mustafa. But in this case, we say estafa. You can see how it is written. We know Mustafa, when a rest sign is seen beside it, we'll read it as estafa. Just like this example, we can use a rest with selami as well. Then we'll say eslami. With the rest sign comes after the note, it would be sela es. If a rest sign comes before the selami, that was vocalized twice as fast, it would be read as eslami as well. We'll vocalize it in the duration of a quarter note. When the rest sign comes afterwards, again we'll say, but this time it will be vocalized in 2 quarter notes time.